Hi there. Today it's time to talk about something which is a little tricky. It holds a very tricky space in our minds, our energetic systems, in our bodies, in our hearts. And it plays out when we least expect it to in our lives. It sometimes, peeks out of our system and surprises us to say, hello, I'm still there. I still exist. You thought you'd let it out. You thought it was behind you. But here I am staring you right into the face. Yes, I'm talking about the emotions, the charge of forgiveness and letting go, and how we discover in the course of our lives that situations, events, experiences with people, with situations in our life, with what we've been dealt with, sometimes we are unable to let go of it completely. We think we've let go of it. The mind tells us, I'm beyond it. I am beyond the triggers. I am beyond the hurt. I am beyond the pain. I am beyond the shame. I am beyond the grievances or the grief that this particular episode, person, situation brought to me, and I've really grown beyond it, moved beyond it. And sometimes life reminds us that, hello, you really haven't let go completely. There is a tad bit of this block still existing in your mind, body. And it surprises us when we rediscover maybe a trigger similar to that in our life, or we come across the same person or a similar situation, or something which is pointing us into that same field of pain, grief, anger, betrayal. And when we realize that we are all charged up, we are all defensive, or we are all aware of this sudden feeling of wanting to protect ourselves, wanting to defend ourselves, wanting to hide ourselves, wanting to convince ourselves that we've forgiven and we've let go, that is the time to pause and say, what's going on? To give you a little bit more of a deeper, example, so that, it's more directed what I'm trying to say. There was a time in my life when I thought that I had overcome certain betrayals or certain experiences or certain pain or grief that one had decided to hold on to for a very long time. And then as one progressed in one's awareness of what it means to hold on to a hot, singeing, you could say, iron bowl, you're only going to get burnt yourself. When you realize that anything which is negative towards a person, or a judgment, or an anger, or a kind of a feeling which says, it wasn't fair, there is a voice of resentment, there is a voice of anger, there is a voice of complaint, there is a voice of unfairness, there is a voice of why me, there is a voice of really me, how could life present itself to me like that? And when we over a period of time say, okay, I release this emotion, or I release this experience, or I am going beyond it, sometimes our little ego holds on to a little part of this, a fragment of this, because that victimhood or that experience or that pain, it's not willing to let go of completely, because it's not discovered or realized the fact that love, self-love, or self-forgiveness, or self-acceptance, unless these things happen organically, you can't just let go and say it all, or fake it till you think you're making it in this case. What I'm trying to say is that there are times in our life where we think our release is complete, where we think our forgiveness is complete. And when we are even operating from this mindset that we are forgiving someone, something, we are functioning from a higher spiritual ego perspective. But when we realize that this situation has taught me its lessons, it's taught me what I really needed to be aware of, where I have encountered or faltered or realized what I really needed to learn from this space, or even the fact that if it was a nasty phase or a nasty experience, it taught me something. Something in me expanded, something in me realized, oops, this really wasn't something which I would really like to experience again in my life. And yes, it is teaching me this, because all experiences, all journeys that we encounter in this living mode, somewhere are drawn to us for a simple purpose of teaching us our little lessons. And it's not in a bad way that I say little lessons. It's basically is to raise our awareness to a point to say, okay, this is what this experience really is teaching you. Understand it and then let go of this experience completely, not only because the other person deserves your forgiveness, but because you deserve to empty your casket of anything which is negative, so that this beautiful casket can become whole again in terms of inviting newer, better, more fulfilling, joyous experiences. But if we leave a small corner in our space, in our energetic space, which still kind of resonates with that pain, that anger, that resentment, that fix-it attitude, then somewhere down the line, it will redraw the similar awareness in your system to say, another experience has come my way where I realized I haven't let go. Or sometimes you may encounter the same person, the same situation, and you will function from the same vibration where you left it off, because what is still within you will still activate your story again. So the question is, and it's not as complicated as it sounds, the question is, scan your mind space, scan your heart space, scan your energetic space about the most sensitive experiences in your life. And when I talk about sensitive, I'm talking about which gave you pain, which gave you anger, which gave you a feeling of a little shame, a little grief, a little bit of betrayal, a little bit of, oh my God, this couldn't be happening to me. Evaluate that experience. Think about it deeply and purely to say, or to ask the question, what did I learn from this? How did I invite this into my life? Why was I needing to go through this experience? And then step back and say, this experience is complete for me. I got what it was conveying. I got the message from the universe. And now am I willing to let go of it completely, energetically, with a lot of love, to say, thank you, but no more. Thank you. I'm looking forward to better experiences. I'm looking forward to better people in my life. I'm looking forward to more aligned experiences in my life. I'm looking forward to more joyous experiences in my life. And while I do not forget what I've been through, I will forgive, let go, because I matter. Because I need to grow. I need to move forward. And I need to still carry that bowl, which is full of inspired joy, inspired thought processes, curiosity, that what next is life going to bring to me, with the realization that my responses and reactions will be different. I will attract differently because I've let go completely of what was not serving me. So think about what's not served you in your life, and also then evaluate, measure it out to say, have I really let go? Have I been honest enough to tell myself, no, there's something of it still there. And if we don't let go of it, it'll probably show up as another pained experience. Emotionally, maybe physically, it will manifest itself to remind you, hey there, it's time to let go. So think about it. Bye.